महाकाय सूर्यकोटि समप्रभा निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देव सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा। सरस्वती नमस्तुभ्यं वरदे कामरूपिणी विद्यारम्भं करिष्यामि सिद्धिर्भवतु मे सदा। समस्त जन कल्याण निरतं करुणामयं नमामि चिन्मयं देवं सद्गुरुं ब्रह्मविद्वरम्। गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णुः गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुः साक्षात् परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। गोपाल गोकुल वल्लभी प्रिय गोप गोसुत वल्लभं गोपाल गोपाल गोकुल वल्लभी प्रिय गोप गोसुत वल्लभं I want to tell you a little bit about this composition. It's a very old composition by Tulsidas. Tulsidas is a bhakta of Ram. But a jnani of Tulsidas' caliber knows that there is no difference between Ram and Krishna. So he has made this composition on Krishna. It's very famous. Tulsidas. Tulsidas' composition. And so it is more than 500 years old. And the story goes that he had gone to Dwarka to get darshan of Bhagavan Shri Krishna. And it is said that Bhagavan Shri Krishna came to meet him, to greet him. Bhagavan Shri Krishna manifested and came to greet Tulsidas-ji and welcome him to Dwarka. And when Tulsidas-ji saw him, he said, "Who are you?" He said, "I am Krishna." And Tulsidas-ji said, "No, I don't believe you are Krishna. The only way I'll believe you are Krishna is you have to take the form of Ram." And that time itself, Bhagavan Shri Krishna took the form of Ram with bow and arrow. And all peacock feathering gone. And took Rama's form. And so, it shows the power of that great sage to make even Bhagavan take whatever form he wants. And so this composition is there by Tulsidas-ji on Bhagavan Shri Krishna. Gopala Gokula Vallabhi Priya Gopa Gosuta Vallabham. That beloved Krishna who is loved by all the people of Gokul and all the gopis and gopas and everybody. Charanar Vindamaham Bhaje Bhajaniya Sura Muni Durlabham. I worship his lotus feet, who is worshipable, worshipped by the devas themselves, like that. And very difficult for even the munis to conceive of that Krishna. I worship his feet. Gopal Gokula Vallabhi Priya Gopa Gosut Vallabham. Lal ki. I have a request to sing Madhu-ashtakam. I feel like a song star. I get a request and thing. No, if I could find it here, I have it here somewhere. Madhu-ashtakam is a very famous composition on Bhagavan Shri Krishna, and it talks about how everything about Lord Krishna is sweet. His eyes are sweet, his face is sweet, his walking is sweet. Bhagavan Shri Krishna is so sweet, if you meditate on him, you might get diabetes. Everything about Lord Krishna is sweet, sweet, sweet. That book won't stay like this now. You see? How are you going to make it stay now? Now I got to hold that to stay. I might end up using that in truth. There we are. Take it back. गोविंद हरे गोपाल हरे नंदलाल हरे श्री कृष्ण हरे गोविंद
हरे गोपाल हरे नंदलाल हरे श्री कृष्ण हरे
गोविंद हरे गोपाल हरे नंदलाल हरे श्री कृष्ण हरे अधरम मधुरम वदनं मधुरं नयनं मधुरं हसितं मधुरम्
गोविन्द हरे गोपाल हरे नंदलाल हरे श्री कृष्ण हरे
हृदयं मधुरं गमनं मधुरं मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरम्
गोविन्द हरे गोपाल हरे नंदलाल हरे श्री कृष्ण हरे
वचनं मधुरं चरितं मधुरं वसनं मधुरं वदितं मधुरम्
गोविन्द हरे गोपाल हरे नंदलाल हरे श्री कृष्ण हरे
चलितं मधुरं भ्रमितं मधुरं मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरम्
गोविन्द हरे गोपाल हरे नंदलाल हरे श्री कृष्ण हरे
वेणुर्मधुरो रेणुर्मधुरः पाणिर्मधुरः पादौ मधुरौ
गोविन्द हरे गोपाल हरे नंदलाल हरे श्री कृष्ण हरे
नृत्यं मधुरं सख्यं मधुरं मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरम्
गोविन्द हरे गोपाल हरे नंदलाल हरे श्री कृष्ण हरे
गीतं मधुरं गीतं मधुरं भुक्तं मधुरं सुप्तं मधुरम्
गोविन्द हरे गोपाल हरे नंदलाल हरे श्री कृष्ण हरे
रूपं मधुरं तिलकं मधुरं मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरम्
गोविन्द हरे गोपाल हरे नंदलाल हरे श्री कृष्ण हरे
करणं मधुरं करणं मधुरं हरणं मधुरं स्मरणं मधुरम्
गोविन्द हरे गोपाल हरे नंदलाल हरे श्री कृष्ण हरे
ममितं मधुरं शमितं मधुरं मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरम्
गोविन्द हरे गोपाल हरे नंदलाल हरे श्री कृष्ण हरे
गुञ्जा मधुरा माला मधुरा यमुना मधुरा वीची मधुरा
गोविन्द हरे गोपाल हरे नंदलाल हरे श्री कृष्ण हरे
सलिलं मधुरं कमलं मधुरं मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरम्
गोविन्द हरे गोपाल हरे नंदलाल हरे श्री कृष्ण हरे
गोपी मधुरा लीला मधुरा गोपालं मधुरं
गोविन्द हरे गोपाल हरे नन्दलाल हरे श्रीकृष्ण हरे
गोविन्द हरे गोपाल हरे नन्दलाल हरे श्री कृष्ण हरे
गोविन्द हरे गोपाल हरे नन्दलाल हरे श्रीकृष्ण हरे
कृष्ण कन्हैया लाल की जय। ओम पार्थाय प्रतिबोधितां भगवता नारायणेन स्वयं व्यासेन ग्रथितां पुराणमुनिना मध्ये महाभारतम् अद्वैतामृतवर्षिणीं भगवतीम् अष्टादशाध्यायिनीम् अम्ब त्वामनुसन्दधामि भगवद्गीते भवद्वेषिणी। If you are joining us tonight for the first time, we are seeing Srimad Bhagavad Gita, and specifically chapter 8. And I don't think it's tonight yet, it's still daytime. Today, if you are joining us today for the first time. Chapter 8, and this is the chapter called as Akshara Brahma Yoga. Akshara Brahma Yoga. Akshara Brahma Yoga means the imperishable Brahman, the reality behind the universe. You see, when you see this thing, what do you call it? Little temple or something, right? What do you call it? When we see this, we call it temple, right? But really, it is clay only, isn't it? It's only clay, nothing else. When we see the whole universe, we call it, microphone, table, human being, tree, car, house, sky, sun, moon. We call so many things. But really, behind the universe, there is something called Sat, or existence. So, this thing, when we see, we call it temple. But really, behind that temple, there is one thing which is called there as clay. Nothing else but clay. One thing only. There are not two things here. There is no second thing. There is only clay. In the very same way, there is only one thing behind the whole universe called Sat. And here, that Sat is just given a different name. It's called Akshara Brahma. Akshara Brahma, the imperishable reality. So that is the topic of the 8th chapter. Right. See, that is the theme or the topic or the goal, right? Second thing. Arjuna asked Bhagavan, well, how to remember you at the time of death? Because I heard that if I remember you at the time of death, I will merge with you. I will merge with that reality. Bhagavan said, well, that's a very simple thing. You just have to remember me your whole life. At the time of death, you will remember me. Arjuna thought, no, remember you my whole life? It is easy. You see, when we are remembering all our, let's say you're working on the computer, or you're driving, how you'll remember Bhagavan? We can, we just don't want to do it, we're lazy. If it's some other useless thing, we just do it. I told, like if you win the lottery on Saturday, Sunday is a holiday and Monday is Republic Day. So you could only go Tuesday to collect that thing, right? But do you forget between Sunday and Tuesday, you forget you won the lottery for 1 million? Well, you can't sleep too, so well you remember it. So we remember whatever we want to remember, worldly things. So now, we have to remember Bhagavan throughout the life. This was the teaching of Bhagavan Shri Krishna to Arjuna in the beginning of the chapter itself. That if we remember throughout the life, when the end comes, we'll be able to remember him very easily. So he says, Yam yam vapi smaran bhavam tyajattante kalevaram tam tam evaiti kaunteya sadatad bhava bhavitaha tasmat sarveshu kaleshu Therefore, remember me. Whatever you remember throughout the whole life. Sadatat bhava bhavitaha. Throughout the whole life. In the end, you remember that only. So remember Bhagavan throughout the life. Now, I told you that there will be different ways to remember that and all that sort of thing, right? But Bhagavan gives now. And today we have to see number... Yasa sarveshu bhuteshu nashyatsu na vinashyati avyaktoksara ityuktaha tamahu paramam gatim yam prapyana nivartante tadhama paramam mama. 21 and 22. I think that will take us through today for this today's satsang. Now see this number 21 and 22. We'll chant together. Shri Krishna Sharanam Mama, Shri Krishna Sharanam Mama,
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 Avyaktoksara ityuktaha namahu paramagatim.
Shri Krishna Sharanam Mama, Shri Krishna Sharanam Mama,
Yam prapya nanivartante tadhama paramam mama.
Shri Krishna Sharanam Mama, Shri Krishna Sharanam Mama,
Purushasya parapatha bhaktya labhyasvananyaya.
Shri Krishna Sharanam Mama, Shri Krishna Sharanam Mama,
Yasyanta sthani bhutani yena sarvamidam tatam.
Shri Krishna Sharanam Mama, Shri Krishna Sharanam Mama,
Shri Krishna Sharanam Mama, Shri Krishna Sharanam Mama,
Shri Krishna Sharanam Mama, Shri Krishna Sharanam Mama,
Shri Krishna Sharanam Mama,
Shri Krishna Sharanam Mama,
Shri Krishna Sharanam Mama.
Shri Krishna Sharanam Mama.
Bhagavan tells, avyaktaha aksharaha iti uktaha tam ahu paramam gatim. That whatever I have told you about the imperishable, immutable, unmanifest reality, that immutable, unmanifest reality is the highest goal. And you know, in this world, everybody wants to reach the highest goal now. Everybody wants to reach highest goal only. Nobody wants to reach... When you write an exam, do you write to get 50%? Nobody writes to get 50%. People want to get... Although he does it unfairly and all, because he doesn't study, but he still wants to get 100%. We want the highest goal. Everybody wants the highest position. Even though he's not qualified, he still wants it. So he says the highest goal in this world, paramam gatim, supreme goal, is this unmanifest, supreme, immutable reality. And he says, yam prapya, having reached that, nanivartante, there is no coming back to this world. So having merged with that supreme reality, no coming back to this world. Tad dhama paramam mama, he says, that is my supreme abode, Bhagavan said. Merging with me, merging with the supreme reality. That is this final resting. Otherwise, the human being doesn't have any rest. No rest. Coming and going. Punaravartinaha. Coming, going all the time. So, he says, that is the supreme goal. Now, the question always is, if there is a supreme goal, how to reach, right? So, Bhagavan gave already one answer. What? Remember me throughout the whole life. And in the end, you will remember also, and then you will merge with me at that time. Okay, take hai. That is one means. Next one, he gives here in this verse now. That is number 22. Very nice verse. A similar verse exists in chapter number 9, and similar verses exist in chapter 10 also. So, now what he says in this verse says, Purusha Saparapartha, that supreme Purusha, supreme Akshara Purusha, imperishable reality, is reached, O Partha. Partha means Arjuna. Arjuna's mother's name was Pritha. And from Pritha, he got this name, Partha. So he says, O Partha, that supreme Purusha, Labhyaha, is obtained, is achieved. How? Ananyaya Bhaktya. Ananyaya Bhaktya means single-pointed devotion. From chapter 7 to chapter 12, one main theme which is there in these 6 chapters is called as devotion, bhakti. And what type of bhakti? He says, Ananyaya Bhaktya. Ananya Bhakti. This means single point. Ananya Bhakti has 2 meanings. One is single pointed devotion to the Lord. Second meaning is there is no, actually 3 meanings are there. For that person, there should be no other beside Bhagavan. We consider this thing to be important, and that thing to be important, and the other thing to be important. But Ananya Bhakti means there is nothing important in this world except Bhagavan. That is what meaning. First meaning, single-pointed devotion. Mind should be single-pointed. Second meaning, there is nothing in this world which is important for me except Bhagavan. No Anya, no other. Only Bhagavan. And third meaning of Ananya Bhakti actually is to see Bhagavan as non-different from me. Ananya Bhakti means the type of bhakti which Bhagavan Shankaracharya talks about, Swaswarupa Anusandhanam, which Tulsidas talks about. See. Shri Ram Jaya Ram Jaya Jaya Ram. Shri Ram Jaya Ram Jaya Jaya Ram.
Shri Ram Jaya Ram Jaya Jaya Rama. Shri Ram Jaya Rama Jaya Jaya Rama.
Siya Ram मैं सब जग जानी, करऊ प्रणाम तोरी जुग पानी.
Shri Ram Jaya Rama Jaya Jaya Rama. Shri Ram Jaya Rama Jaya Jaya Rama.
Siya Ram मैं सब जगत जानी, Tulsidas ji writes. I have come to understand that Ram, this is Ram, everything is Ram, you know. The whole universe is Ram. And realizing that, I put my hands together and I do salutations to Ram. So this is one thing. What? There is only one thing. There is only Ram. There is nothing else. So my mind only has one thing to think about now, only Ram. That this is one meaning of this single point. Nothing is important, only Ram is important. All the names and forms which I see are nothing but manifestations of Ram. So bring the mind to only one thing in the world. There is no other thing. And that one thing is the only important thing. The other things which you see, they are not important. Then, again Tulsidas ji writes now. There is no difference between me and that Ram. Because if there is only one thing, he's part of me also, isn't it? The Ram, he says. Ishwaram Sajiva Avinashi.
Shri Ram Jaya Ram Jaya Jaya Rama.
Chetan Amal Sahaj Sukh Rashi.
Shri Ram Jaya Ram Jaya Jaya Rama.
Ishwaram Sajiva Avinashi.
Shri Ram Jaya Ram Jaya Jaya Rama.
Chetan Amal Sahaj Sukh Rashi.
Shri Ram Jaya Ram Jaya Jaya Rama.
Shri Ram Jaya Ram Jaya Jaya Rama.
Shri Ram Jaya Ram Jaya Jaya Rama.
Jaya Raghu Rama.
Jaya Raghurama.
Jaya Sita Rama.
Jai Sita Rama.
Syavar Ramachandra ki jai.
Jai.
So I told you there is Ananya Bhakti, which Bhagavan is talking about, has three meanings. Then we'll see a little bit more about Bhakti after. One meaning is the mind should be focused only on Bhagavan. Second meaning is that there is a Bhagavan means one is integrated mind, single pointed mind. Chitta ekagrata. Second thing is, what is very important is Ananya Bhakti, that there is nothing important in this world, the only important thing is Ram. Otherwise, for human beings, everything is important beside Ram. Ram is always in the back burner. God is always in the back burner, all the other things more important. So there is only one thing in this world, and that is God, and He is the most important, and nothing else. The other things which we see, they are there, but not real. We do not have the status of being substantial. And the last one is to see the Lord as part and parcel of me. Ishvara Amsa Jiva Avinashi. So there is no difference between me and I am made up of Satchitananda, and he is also made up of Satchitananda, like that. So, Bhagavan has come in all forms, you know. Yes, yes. So, this Ananya Bhakti has the second word. First word I was telling was Ananya. Bhakti now means devotion or love for Ram. And this is a recurring theme in these verses from these chapters from 7 to 12. In the 9th, again this word comes, Ananyaschintayanto mam, Yajna pariyupasate. He says, those people who worship me with Ananya Chintaha, means thinking of me and only me. Satatam Kirtayantaha, also he says in that same chapter, all the time. Satata Yuktanam, all these words, they mean one and same thing. Think of me exclusively. So now see, these two words, thinking about me, and then the other word, which is bhakti, having devotion to me. Really, we cannot separate the two. See, if we have devotion for Ram, we have to be thinking about Ram all the time or not? If we have devotion for Krishna, we have to be thinking of Krishna all the time. See, you can't have devotion for something and not think about it. How you will have devotion for that thing? When we have devotion or love for anything, we think about that. That's like the fellow who win the lottery on Saturday night. He's thinking about that till Tuesday, because he loves money. Because he loves money, thinking about that money from Saturday till Tuesday, non-stop, until he gets the money. When he gets it also, he's still thinking about it. So, the thinking about that object of love and loving the object, they cannot be separate. So here the object of love is Ram. He says, those people who worship me like that, thinking about me exclusively, in that verse in 9th chapter, he says, Yoga Kshemam Vahamyaham. Tesham Satata Yuktanam Yoga Kshemam Vahami Aham. I take care of everything means what? Whatever we have, he protects. And whatever we don't have, he procures it for us. When I protect and when I procure. Means I don't have something which I need, he will procure that. He will make sure that we get it. We get that thing. And there's no joke about that. There's absolutely no doubt about that thing. It is nishchay. Certain. Zarur hai. So, he says, I take care of all the things that we don't have and all the things that we have. Because whatever we have, we want to protect. Isn't it? That's why people go and take out all sort of insurance on their car, insurance on their house. They put security cameras to protect from the burglar. Of course, security cameras cannot protect anything from the burglar. You might be able to catch the burglar after you don't. Might be able, if you have good security camera, isn't it? Just now somebody was telling me they have an ashram in Colombia. South America, Colombia. So they went to buy security cameras for the ashram. When they went to see these cameras or see the product now, that thing costing so much money to put those security cameras. They said when they consider the cameras will be focused on these objects are costing so much money, let it take this. Because the camera will be protecting this object, right? This object worth $25. That camera worth $2,500. So if I buy a camera for $2,500 to protect a $25 object, better is steal the object. Let them take it. No problem. So they decided, we will not put any camera. Let this thief come and steal it. No problem. So we want to protect whatever we have in our possession here, this car, house, land, this, that, we take out insurance. Look here, even if you buy a plane ticket, now they ask you if you want insurance. Isn't it? They ask you, there on the internet, they ask you want to protect this trip or not? So many things we want to protect. And people want to protect their name, protect their clothes and their shoes. People is something else, If people could come with their shoes inside the temple, they come, Because you want to protect them, you want to leave it outside, This protection thing is real, I tell you. Little thing. And you'll see people in their house, right? They have all sorts of things that they've been keeping for a very long time that they will not use. If they go use, right? Then you could keep, but they will not use. But they protect. Keep it from the rain, keep it from the sun, protect it nicely. We like to protect things like that. And when you hear nature take it away and nature do something, we will do something to protect it also. Like for example, we want to protect black color in we hair. Right? We don't want it to get any other color. Well, some people want other colors nowadays. Nowadays, when you go and tell them, dye your hair, they ask you what color. They pull out a paint chart. Like when you go to buy paint, Baba is the right man. He's nothing to dye. Yeah. Natural color, yes. One old man was telling, as long as I will be grey as long as I live. I will be grey as long as I live. And my wife will be black as long as she die.
Development there. Hello. The idea of right talks. The final, I mean, the issue of dealing with the public, right? That we ideas, that's what they mean too. So you have your best. Bolu.
Ananyas chintayanto mam yajna paryupasate. This is the topic which is going on. So, Bhagavan says, those people who can do that thing, have single-pointed devotion to me. He said, I take care of all the things that they already have. And then whatever they don't have, I will make sure that I bring that thing for them. So, in other words, I give my body, mind and intellect to Bhagavan, and he takes care of everything after that. And you know, this proposal is a very nice proposal. Why? The proposal is, my little hands and my little body and mind and intellect, I give to him. And he takes care of it. His big hands and body, mind and intellect, isn't it? That's a steal of a deal. Isn't it? Because with my little hands and my little body, mind and intellect, how much can I take care? But if I surrender it to him, I give it to him, BMI, he takes care of everything. So, this is the proposal, and I feel there's a bargain. If anybody takes it, he'll be absolutely fine. So this is called Ananyas Chintayantaha. And here he says, by that, Ananya Bhaktya Labhyaha Paramam Padam. Which is which is called as Paramam Gatim in the previous verse. So the one who is able to have this Ananya Bhakti says, Yasyanta sthani bhutani yena sarvam idam jagat. This is a very important phrase. This whole jagat lies already on that supreme reality, which is the substratum. That supreme reality is the substratum. It is the foundation, what we call in Sanskrit as the Adhar or Adhisthana. That supreme reality, if it were not there, then this world would have no support. That is the idea, support of the world. So, he says, Yasyanta sthani bhutani. It is on that reality, all beings, all things rest. That is their sthani, their place, what they rest on. And he says, it is that reality which pervades this whole universe. Yena sarvam idam tatam. So, that reality is reached by what is called as Ananya Bhakti, single-pointed devotion to me. In the 10th chapter, there are two wonderful verses, Bhagavan deals with this thing. I want to chant those verses for you in the 10th chapter. Now see, it is connected to this same 8th chapter verses. This will be 10.9 and 10. It's in number 10.9 and 10. See that? Shri Krishna Sharanam Mama. Shri Krishna Sharanam Mama.
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 Madchitta madhyat prana bodhayanta parasparam.
Shri Krishna
नित्यं तुष्यन्ति च रमन्ति च
श्रीकृष्ण शरणं मम श्रीकृष्ण शरणं मम
तेषां सततयुक्तानां भजतां प्रीतिपूर्वकम्
श्रीकृष्ण शरणं मम श्रीकृष्ण शरणं मम
ददामि बुद्धियोगं तं येन मामुपयान्ति ते
श्रीकृष्ण शरणं मम श्रीकृष्ण शरणं मम
श्रीकृष्ण शरणं मम श्रीकृष्ण शरणं मम
श्रीकृष्ण शरणं मम श्रीकृष्ण शरणं मम
श्रीकृष्ण शरणं मम
श्रीकृष्ण शरणं मम
श्रीकृष्ण शरणं मम
श्रीकृष्ण शरणं मम
The word which is given in the 8th chapter is Ananya Bhakti. That single pointed devotion to Bhagavan, right? And he says, by that, one will reach me, the supreme state. Paramam Gatim. Now, that word is further explained, that phrase is further explained here now. What he says? Machitta. Now, how, when we say Ananya Bhakti means single pointed devotion. Machitta means give my whole mind to Bhagavan. Machitta means the chitta, the mind which is given to me, Bhagavan. Machitta. Madgata pranaha. Not only mind given to me, but all the senses and all the energies and all efforts and everything which we do, life itself, I give to Bhagavan. Whatever I do, whatever I say, see, whatever I use the pranas for, it is all for Bhagavan only, I say. Then bodhayanta parasparam. Bodhayanta parasparam means with each other, we only discuss about Bhagavan, talk about Bhagavan. So that means single-pointed devotion. Nothing else is important. Not politics and economics and mathematics and nothing. Not important. Bhagavan is important. That is the idea. Talk about him only. Then, kathayantascha mam nityam. Tushyanti cha ramanti cha. Those people who go on talking about me all the time. And they are satisfied with me only. See, people are satisfied only with things of the world, isn't it? But we have to be satisfied with God. He has provided enough for me. Provided rain and sun and food and everything for us to eat, isn't it? We have to be satisfied, contented, especially at Trinidad. Trinidad is the best country in the world, you know. No matter what anybody say. Yeah. Look here, you go outside, you go see how we pack up all about in the road and thing. Block all the street and thing. You go in Canada and America and do that, nah? Then you will see. We park up and park up. We stop in the middle of the road, two cars stop going opposite direction and talking and have a conversation, two-side road block. Most wonderful, isn't it? People have all sorts of freedom. It's the freest country on the face of the earth. Do you know, let me tell you a simple thing. Look here. I'll show you. In the Western, not Western hemisphere, in every country that I have traveled, when you are leaving the country, they have to know that you are leaving. You have to go through immigration again and get a stamp. It only have 3 countries in this world that they don't do that. Canada, the States, and Trinidad. It means you have so much freedom, they don't have a right to know where you're going or when you're going. Your liberties are so protected that they have no right to know when you're going. When I want to go, I want to go. There is not a government business when I come in and when That's your right, the liberty. Trinidad is one of the 3 countries. Right here, if you go to Guyana, you can leave. When you leaving, come here. Let me see what you are doing here. Barbados, Guyana, Grenada, anywhere. England, India. You have to go through immigration when you leave in too. But this country is so free. Nobody will know if you leave or if you... See, you're gone. Only 3 countries you will find this thing. So the freedom that is there and here, look here. In Toronto, Canada, you take a beer and drink and walk down the street now. Drinking a beer. Immediately you'll land in jail. Not allowed. In Trinidad? Yeah, right. All on the street, all about in Savannah. Anyway, downtown Port of Spain. Anyway, see freedom? Then no country in the world has had liberty like this. Like this country. So he said, I was telling that if at Trinidad they are not satisfied and contented, who will be in this world again? Trinidad has to be most content. And people talking about the crime and this and that. Look here, we are not living in the crime capital of the world. You go right here in Mexico. Any politician stand up for office, they shoot he dead. Yes. Right here, close by. What crime are you talking about? You had to hear about crime here in Mexico. Huh? And surrounding countries and all. We just complain for everything. That's the problem. Every little thing we have a big complaint like that. It have crime everywhere. Huh? Look, I just go to the States so often for yajnas and all. How many houses that I have stayed in, they tell me thieves broke into their house. So many thieves. You have criminal in this world. You have to see criminal in America. Diabolical criminal, man. Crime is there everywhere, not only in this place. So, being contented, Bhagavan has placed me here to Shanti. To Shanti means they are contented. Talking about Bhagavan, talking about the Lord, like that kind of thing. And thinking about the Lord, to Shanticha, Ramanticha, reveling in God. Right? He says, such people, Tesham, Satata Yuktana. Same which is being used there in the 9th chapter. Those who are yukta, all the time with their mind on me only. Bhajatam priti purvakam, and worshipping me with great love. Worshipping Bhagavan with great love. Right? He says, Dadami buddhi yogam tam yena mam upayanti. I give them that buddhi yoga, that understanding by which they reach me. So this also is connected to that Ananya Bhakti, worshipping Bhagavan alone with single-pointed devotion. Bhagavan says he gives that person the wisdom and the intelligence by which he reaches the Lord. And please remember, look here. If Bhagavan gives food and we don't eat, I don't eat the food, I will die from starvation, isn't it? Bhagavan will give the food, but I have to eat. Like the doctor will give the prescription, but you have to go there by the pharmacy and give the pharmacist that prescription and pay the money and get the medicine and come home and take it. You can't fold up the prescription like a tablet and take that. You have to go and fulfill the prescription. One doctor gave a fellow a prescription, and after 1 week he gone back by the doctor. He's still sick. The doctor asked him, what happened? You didn't follow my prescription? He said, if I had followed that prescription, I would have been dead. He said, how? He said, because I threw that prescription out the window. And if I had followed that, Ram Nam Satya hai. So I didn't follow that thing. The doctor, when he gives a prescription, we have to follow it correctly how the doctor tell. I was telling them, no, the doctor give that fellow some tablet. Take this tablet. Go home now. Don't take this tablet today when you go home. You skip 4 days and then take this tablet. He gonna buy a rope and he skip for 4 days. He skipped for 4 days. I surprised he survived to take that tablet after 4 days of skipping. Skip 4 days and then take this thing. So, he says, Bhagavan says, I will give them the intelligence by which they will come. So one has to use the intelligence now to which, if he gives, the doctor gives and you don't use it, nothing will happen. If Bhagavan gives this intelligence, and do you know, I tell you one more thing. Bhagavan has given that intelligence to all of us. He endowed everybody with a buddhi, isn't it? What is our problem? Our problem is people don't use in Trinidad language we say, you don't use the upstairs. He don't use the upstairs. Like Trini, like pure Trini. And he's foolish. What is the Trini for foolish? He dotish. Trini for foolish means he dotish. He don't use the upstairs. So he says, I give them that intelligence by which they reach me. And I'm telling, Bhagavan has already blessed all of us. He has blessed us profusely with so many wonderful things. And a second thing I told, especially at Trini. Trini, sometimes we bless too much. Trini is too smart for your own good sometimes. Isn't it? Trinidadian people, if you go to New York and Miami and Toronto and you hear anybody say a Trinidadian, you say, oh, you mean a tricky-dadian? He have plenty tricks, isn't it? Too much brains. So, use that wisdom in the right way. Use that wisdom fruitfully to reach God. That is the idea. So, those verses which belong to the same section. Bhagavad Gita, I told you on one of the previous days, Bhagavad Gita has 3 sections. The first 6 chapters, from 1 to 6, then 7 to 12 is another 6. And then 13 to 18 is another 6. 3 sections. So this chapter 8 comes in the middle section. And these verses which I just chanted, these verses belong to 9th and 10th chapter in the same section. They are talking about that single-pointed devotion to the Lord. That is the other means which is given in this 8th chapter. So one is to remember God all the time, whatever we're doing. Whatever you're doing in and through what we do, remember God. The other technique which was given is the Kundalini technique I told you. But we don't have any expertise in that thing, Don't go and play around with any Kundalini and all. Because you will get in trouble. Raising the energy up the Brahmarandra all the way up to the top of the head. And now this third is called as Ananya Chintayantoma, or this is called as Ananya Bhaktya. By Ananya Bhakti is given in third case. By that he says, that person, Purusha Saparapartha Labhyaha. O Partha, that supreme reality is obtained. And now, you cannot divorce bhakti from intelligence. Because you can't go and worship a donkey and expect to reach God. Isn't it? We could worship the donkey if we know that God is present in the donkey. That's a different matter. Because God is present in everything. So now to know that God is present in the donkey, that is intelligence. You see? So you cannot divorce bhakti and intelligence. Bhakti must be accompanied by intelligence. Dadami buddhi yogam tam. Yena mam payanti. I give them that intelligence by which they reach me. Those who have devotion for me. He gives them the required intelligence. And the two things must go together. A bhakta cannot be a foolish person. A devotee cannot be a foolish person. He has to have good sense and focus his devotion on that absolute reality. Because in this same chapter he told, yam yam bhavam smaran, yam yam vapi smaran bhavam, tyajachante kalevaram, tam tamevaiti. So if you meditate, like how Jara Bharat attached to this deer in the last, he became a deer. If you worship a donkey, what do you become? A donkey, isn't it? Unless we know that a donkey is pervaded by God, which requires intelligence. This is very, very all technical things in Bhagavad Gita. You can't just hope to, I have no intelligence at all. And by no intelligence, I am practicing devotion. No. Don't think a devotee, Bhagavad Gita, when it is describing a devotee and describing devotion, please do not think that Bhagavad Gita means that that should be somebody who is unintelligent. Bhagavad Gita is all about intelligence only. Intelligent devotion. Devotion accompanied by intelligence. Therefore, I should know. No, it doesn't propound anyway any blind devotion, blind faith and all that kind of thing. Hinduism on the whole doesn't promote that. Blind faith. Why are you doing it? Because my guru tell me to do it. That is all. But you ask the guru why? You have to ask. Prashnena sevaya. By prashna means question. Otherwise, this disciple will always remain foolish. You see? One guru, he had 4 disciples with him, right? So he used to go from village to village on foot. That guru used to go from village to village on foot. Right? Here is story. So the 4 disciples, they start to feel sorry for the guru. He walking all about. So they beg. All about wherever they're going, they beg. And they get a horse for the guru. So now the guru sit down on the horse, and the 4 disciples following the horse. So they used to all the time take commands from the guru. Whatever the guru said, that is what they do. That's what disciples do. Whatever the guru said, the disciple have to do. So anyway, they were going, and the horse walking fast now, because the horse won't walk slow like a man. The horse walking fast, so then walking fast behind, and the guru going fast on the horse. Then walking fast. When they're going now, the guru had a jholi like that with the Gita, Bhagavad Gita, and Ramayana and thing inside it, right? That thing fall out in the road. When they reach the next village there, the guru say, where my Gita and Ramayana? They say, Guruji, that thing fall out over there. The Guruji say, why you didn't pick it up? They say, well, you didn't tell me to pick it up. And besides, we had to walk so fast, behind, we can't keep up with his horse. So the Guru said, everything I had to instruct these disciples, what kind of disciple? He said, look here, next time anything fall out, you pick it up. Well, you could see what happening there now. Whole road I'm picking up gobar going now. When they reach the next village now, they have a big bag of gobar. The guru say, where is that? We have in a bag. He said, I gobar. He said, where you get a gobar? He said, we pick it up. He said, why? He said, and then you tell me anything will fall out, you pick it up. This kind of disciple, I tell you. Guru take a paper now. He mark down in that paper. He write down that paper. All the things, if these things fall out, you pick it up. If these things are a list, if these things fall out, you don't pick up that. Don't pick up that. So here I make 2 lists now for this foolish. They're going again some way. The guru fall out from that horse. Then check the list. He name it. They leave here. Hare Ram. This thing over funny, I tell you. The Guru gives instructions and intelligence and Shastra, teaching, Upadesh, all this Bhagavan gives. Bhagavan says, I give. We have to follow that thing intelligently and not just blindly and all, but intelligence, he says. Hinduism doesn't promote any blind following of anything. Everybody has a duty to know. In Bhagavad Gita and everywhere in the Shastras, we have a duty to know. And if you don't know, that is not anybody's fault. That is our fault. And I told you that is the same rule which is followed by the law. By the law, that is the same rule that is followed. If they make this street one way, if this street is made one way tonight, and tomorrow morning you go in the opposite direction, and the police catch you, and you tell the police, well, I didn't know. Or you tell the judge, I didn't know. You get charged all the same. I didn't know is not a defense in a court. You can't, suppose I steal this object and I sold it to you. I stole this object and I sold it to you. And you did not know that I stole it. You are as guilty as. You don't have to know. Means you should have made yourself know. You ask any lawyer sitting in the back there, you ask she. You're supposed to know. You can't go and tell the judge, Your Honor, I didn't know he steal the thing, No defense. So in the Shastras, it is exactly the same rule. We have a duty. That is why Dasharatha did not know that he shoot Shravan Kumar, that boy. He thought he was shooting a deer. Correct or not? He didn't know. But did he have to pay for it? Well, he had to pay with his life. Isn't it? Because the sadhu gave him a sharp. But just how I lose my son, and now I'm going to die, you will lose your son and you also will die. You pay for it. But he didn't know, you see. But that's why I say in the Shastras, there is no such thing as I didn't know. You have to make sure you know. And it's your responsibility. So this blind following of bhakti and all is not there in Bhagavad Gita. That is why I quoted that verse from the 10th chapter to tell. Bhagavan is saying, Ananya Chintayanto Mam, or Ananya Bhakti, have single-pointed devotion to me. But he's telling, when that person does that, I give him the intelligence by which, so that intelligence part is what is important. I give him that intelligence by which he reaches me. Intelligence is an important part, knowledge, intelligence is an important part of Hinduism. By blind bhakti and devotion, nobody can reach nowhere. All right. So now, in this 8th chapter, I told you, the theme is to reach that absolute reality. And Bhagavan has given several ways to reach that reality. We have to follow. The Lord will give required intelligence and everything that we need to reach there. Okay. All right. Now I will stop. Our time is gone. But I hope that in these few days you got something to think about. And yesterday I spoke about this Pitru Paksha also. This is Pitru Paksha time. Don't worry about all of these things that people say. Look here. Every society goes through a stage which is called as the stage of superstition. Do you know? All societies go through a stage of superstition. When we were children, man, the amount of lagahu it had, and the amount of sukuya, and all them things, isn't it? And dwen and lajables and all kind of thing. Right? Where all of them gone now? Still cotton tree and thing, yeah. Where all of them gone now? I mean, the society at that time was going through its phase of superstition. Now you tell all these young people about La Jables and Sukunya and Dwayne and things. Would them care about all of that? So, that society has gone through that stage of, now if our Hindus also do not go through that stage of superstition and leave all them, superstitious things of the past, that means we have not evolved. It is a simple thing. The rishis have just given 2 weeks so that we pay homage and do salutations too. And we recognize and show our gratitude to all the ancestors on whose shoulders we stand. It's a real thing. Gratitude is the greatest bhav we can have in our heart, because everybody in this world contributed to our being here, and our ancestors in particular. You see? So that 2 weeks is set aside for them, and forget all the other superstitious business. Show gratitude. You have so many choices and ways to show your gratitude. They have just given some ways in the Shastras, and if you want to follow that, you follow that. Or you have so many creative ways you can come up to show gratitude to your ancestors. Find some way and show gratitude to them. The Shastras have one common way, and that is to give things in their name. That is the idea. All the rituals are meant like that only, to give things in their name. So in the name of the ancestors, give things to somebody. And there's so many people here suffering, poor, homeless, who don't have food to eat, this, that. Give somebody something. That is the idea. All right. So I covered that yesterday, and we covered substantial part of this. The last part of this 8th chapter talks about the time of dying. Time of dying. What it means to say is that the person who has the right karma in his life, he will die properly and he will reach the proper goal. And the person who has no good karma in his life, he will not die properly and he will reach some other goal. That is all. That's a simple thing. Okay. All right. Now before we have the Aarti, you'll say something? Nandalal will say a few words and then we'll have Aarti. So we celebrated on Friday Pandit Ram Samuj's birthday. And I was talking on Friday about how Pandit Ram Samuj has, and his Dharam-patni, Mrs. Ram Samuj, how they have spent so much of their life here taking care of this mandir, which is a very old mandir and very famous mandir in this community. So Nandalal will speak, but he said first he thinks Pandit Ram Samuj should speak. Then Nandalal will speak. Somebody else coming? Who is some? Sharda. Right. Very good.
Hari Om, everyone. So I was given the honor of delivering the vote of thanks on this occasion. So firstly, I'd like to thank Swamiji for taking us on such a spiritual journey for the past 3 nights. I thoroughly enjoyed, I laughed so much, along with everybody else here, right? Also, I would like to thank Mr. and Mrs. Ramsamuj for giving us the opportunity to come to this temple and celebrate with them on this special occasion. They are my second parents. I am grateful for having them in my life. Thank you so much. Also to Uncle Madan and his group. Well, he isn't here now. But thank you so much again for rendering all the beautiful bhajans. We were most blessed to listen to you all. Also, thank you to everyone that participated or contributed in any way to making this possible and successful. We are grateful to you. Thank you again, Swamiji, and most of all, thank you to Bhagwan. Hari Om.
Hari Om to each and everyone. Swami, I don't have to say anything. I want to believe that the envelopes were sent around, and we have the envelopes around. So Swami will sit here, and we'll come this way. That's after, no, Swami will be giving
After
after the Arati, and you will give out the prasad here, and we'll go this way after that, straight into the kitchen. Swamiji, I personally also want to thank you so much. One thing, I could hear that Guru joke so many times, and I still laugh the same way. So we want to thank each and everyone for coming. I saw some folks from Swami, would you believe they're from Blandishers?
Wow.
And with all the rain, they find the time to come. So God bless everyone, all the pundits for coming. And stick around, we have some time, and I'm going to say it's still early, that's why we do this time. And we could socialize a little bit. Over to you, Swami.
Thank you.
Bab, come. Bab.
Hari Om
Hari Om.
to each and every one of you all. And I must say, I am very happy and grateful that you all could come and join with us in satsang, in praise, right? And I don't want to talk too much, right? So I just make it simple. So I want to say, thank you all for coming. God bless you all. All continue to come. It is always open. We open here 7 days a week.
Right.
So you are free to come anytime, make offering, or even sit down, relax, meditate. You choose whatever you wish to do. You want to come and bring your pundit and do prayers? We have that facility too. Right? So with having said that, I want to turn back to Swamiji here. Swamiji is our Swami. There is no Swami better than Swami. Right? This is why we always have Swami here. Swami is our Swami. So I don't want to go on and on because, right? So thank you all for coming. God bless you all. And all link with us. Keep on linking because this is a place of great memory.
Yes.
The Guruji, Pandit Bhasav Masir, he is the founder of this temple. He is my guru also. Right? He christened me when I was small. You want to know a secret? I don't remember my guru mantra. Because I was so small when he christened. Because you know sometimes when you're christening, they ring the bell, they beat the kanti, sometimes you are hit. Huh? Because you are small. Right? So that just, because as I say, we used to, even though I remember in our home, every year we will have same satsang, Ramayana, all these things. I just given a little thing how, right? And we have to say we're blessed to be linked here. I remember in our home we used to have Ramayana every year. More coming to the Kartik. Mm-hmm. So the yag would start in a time that it would end in Kartik day. This is something is long after it come about public, because I remember, yes, when we used to have satsang, Ramayana, the last day used to end at the Mosquito Creek. All you know what the Mosquito Creek is? Swami? There is just bear with me, this history. The person who owned Chabi, right? That was S.M. Jalil. They used to be in San Fernando. They had a sweet drink factory. They used to give us sweet drink. They used to give us tent. They used to lend us the truck, and they are Muslims, Right. They used to lend us the truck to transport the tent, the food, everything from home to the creek. We would set up tent there, do the last session of the Ramayana there, and then continue the debating and all these kind of things. So I remember that was the first place in our village, in our home, That is how. And then after I start to hear it as we go along. It get popular after. I'm not taking credit or anything, but telling you how I know it. From when we used to do it. So, people may say things and whatever, but we, from small, God bless us. It so happened that my sister, you would see her picture there, she came here in this temple at the age about 10, 11, somewhere there. I'll give you all a little history, bear with me. I remember they say, Guruji wanted somebody to, like a little child, you want water, you want this, or you want something. And I remember they used to ask a lot of people, send a child with me, right? And they say, the old lady, how many places they went to the chela and they asked for that service, for that person to send a child. And nobody, when they asked my father, pause, raise it. When they asked my father said, yes, right away. And my father sent my sister here at the age of, let's say, 9, 10, somewhere around there, 10, 11, around there. Because I was much, real small then. And so much till when my sister come up here, long time they didn't have no communication. Hardly, because you had to have money now to travel, to go or whatever. I remember maybe about 10 years or 15 years after that I see my sister. That is when she went down there to spend maybe a night or two and come back. And then after that again is years after. So then after we come, when the elders pass away, right, then we start to link. Because at that time I grew up, I finished school, so I come this side, I get a walk, and then we link. From then on up to today, thank God. Blessings of Guruji there and blessing of Guruji here. So I just wanted you all to know, you understand. And look, my brother-in-law there and my sister there. That's what we want to say. We have Mamoy and Ganesh Baba, which is the Pandit after Guruji. They say Guruji was from India originally. He didn't have no children. This guy, Chela again, he come in he came with Guruji. Guruji adopted him, train him to do Pandit work. He lived with Guruji. Would you know he was a Trinidad and he couldn't talk English?
Wow.
He couldn't talk English because anywhere Guruji goes, Hindi, Hindi, Hindi. Guruji couldn't talk English. And Guruji used to only do Bhagavad. He never do no Ramayana in this place, even nowhere. He was a Bhagavati Pandit. So it's only Bhagavad, Bhagavad, Bhagavad. Yes, they have many different history, but maybe time after we go talk, right? So I just to let you know how, right? And then as we say again, thank God that we fall in, God bless us, and here it is that, yeah. Okay, let me show you something here. You see this little piece of wall here? This little piece of wall coming up here, so was about this height. That wall was about this height. And the people from outside, they didn't have all this thing. Inside was the kutia. From here and then there. So they had a step up here to get in inside, right? We lift it, raise it, make it come on. We cut down there anyway. So Swamiji, thank you very much. And I must say that we are blessed. And with your blessing, we will go strength to strength. Right? Hari Om. Right.
Hari Om. Give them. You know, as he was relating this story, that fits in exactly what we were talking about earlier also. Pandit Basdev and Pandit Ganesh, and if they did not do, we will not be here today. Because there would have been no temple, isn't it? Because they did, this temple is here, and then his sister, if she did not come, the father did not send, then he would have had no connection here. So, because of so many people's actions in the past, we are here today. How many devotees have come from so many places? Yeah, so that is why this Pitru Paksha is meant for gratitude. Hmm? These are all the people who have gone before us, and they have done all of this work, and so today we are here. It looks simple, but how much work has gone into everything? 100 years of things, Okay, thank you. Arti, just now, before I tell you the Arti, please see the bookstall at the back. 10 stories from Mahabharata. A very, very simple form. People who don't want to read Mahabharata, which is there in difficult language and all, 10 very important stories from Mahabharata. See at the bookstall over there. Hanuman Chalisa translation in English. And this will be the most important book in that stall that you can read. This is a summary of all of Vedanta in very simple language. Whenever anybody asks me about which book to study and which book to get introduced to Vedanta, and I always recommend this book. It is such a nice book. Kindle Life. Kindle Life. It forms a most wonderful present if you want to give to people who are non-Hindus. Suppose you have a friend who is a non-Hindu and they want to find out about Hinduism. This is the book to give. Kindle Life. Please take a look at the back. Okay? ठीक है, आरती के लिए सब खड़े हो जाइए.